Hey Hero fans, this is Todd, and I went ahead and got the Ninjor right here. He's pretty cool. He's part of the Turtles of Grayskull, and I bought him for one reason and one reason only, and it's for his head. If you take a look at this figure here, he's got a really cool looking dragon head with looks like an articulated jaw, and that is why I wanted him. Now you're probably going, but why, Hebrew? Why would you want articulated jaw dragon head? Well, for one reason and one reason only, and that is this Draego-Man that was made by the Four Horsemen when it came to the days of classics. Now this Draego-Man, when he first came out, this is the head he came with. Now it's kind of a cool looking head. There's nothing wrong with it, except for the jaw is not articulated. And so you can't have the dragon blow fire or growl or try to bite somebody or anything else, you know. So it's kind of like, I'd rather have a mouth that's open than a mouth that's closed on a dragon type figure, so you can actually have it do things. So since then I've gone through and tried to find different dragon heads through the years, and this is the dragon head I used right here. I think it's from one of those Scholastic or Scholastics, whatever names are, figures. I'll try to put a link in the description. And I think I might have painted this. I don't remember if it came red or not. I know I at least painted these horns if I didn't paint anything else. And I cut the dragon head at a certain length. When I first cut it, I made the neck really long, and then I went back and recut it shorter. And this head or mouth was articulated, but it just does not look like Draego-Man like this does. And so I was hoping maybe if I was to get another figure, maybe I can steal the dragon head from that and paint it red. Now, this Draego-Man, I only got one of him. And because of that, it really limits me on what I can customize, because as you guys know, I don't like to make it so I can't go back to the original configuration. So just so far I've customized the head, and I can quickly pop it off and pop this one back on and nothing else. But he did come with some really cool accessories. He came with this, well, he came with this sword here. Whoa, flame sword! And I believe that was it. But then in the extra weapons pack that you could get this whip right here. And this a flaming whip, and you could also get this sword that matches the flaming whip. So you pretend like the sword turns into the flaming whip or the flaming sword. It's the same handle for all three of them. And then it came with this shield, which has a removable flame. So you either have the flame on or the flame off. Let's see, I don't see why the shield in there. And I actually ended up giving this particular sword also to my Dragon Blast Skeletor. Because I pretend like that the Dragon Blast part allows him to control flames, not just the dragon shooting them. So, I guess his head's not too bad. It just looks more vicious than I was hoping for, because he's supposed to be kind of a heroic type creature. Where this dragon looks very heroic, and this dragon head looks more evil-ish and older. So, that's why I'm still on the lookout for a good dragon head. Now, one thing I did do also is I took one of the whips, Indy, throw in the whip, and I straightened it out with a heat gun. You can see how I just straightened out the whip. And I like to have it go down like it's shooting, because if you're shooting like some kind of gases type stuff, it's going to be dripping as it comes out. And so I put this little knob on it right in the back there that goes to the back of his throat, and you just jam it on in there, and now he can do flame. I know it's not some big old monster flame coming out of his mouth, but it's cool, you know, short little psh, spittoon of flame power. So, that's kind of cool. Then I have these flaming balls, and I think I got these from the 2000X Orko, I don't remember. But I would tell like these are just flaming balls that he throws at people or shoots from his mouth, and you can just ka-donk and knock people down with it. So, that is all the changes I've made on my Draego-Man. And it's funny is these giant wings are the same wings they use on oh, what is his name? Granomir, the dragon, because his wings are really small on him. But on this figure, it looks really cool. But on Granomir, it looks a little ridiculous having these little itty bitty wings for that giant dragon. Now I know you guys are thinking, man, dragon people are cool, but dragons are even cooler. And yes, dragons are cooler, and I really wish I got that Four Horsemen dragon, but I did not. I'm hoping they produce a red one. I really want a red one that matches the 2000X cartoon, but yes, it was hard to turn down that green dragon. but it was something I had to do. It was just too much outside of my budget. And besides that, I really wanted it red. If it was red, I would have gone for it, but being it was green, I was kind of tossed up a little bit. I was tempted to paint it red, but it's like that's a lot of work to paint a big dragon and have all the joints that move on it not be scraping off the paint. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and open up this Ninjor, and see what he's all about. Now, this Ninjor is based on the figure Ninjor. Do I have a Ninjor in here? Oh, he's back up on the shelf behind a bunch of stuff. But Ninjor was basically a black and red action figure where most of him was black and he had red fins, arms, and red boots. And then he had his dragon symbol in the corner, and then he had a masked head. And so that was what he looked like. They don't show a picture of him on here for that Ninjor, but you can see other figures in the line. And this Ninjor also comes with those epic wings that I put on my Mosquito custom that I did. All right, let's go ahead and open them up. Without further ado, let's rip open Ninjor. Come off the cart. Oh, I almost got it off without much destruction. Look at that. Only one little piece right there that I'll have to fix if I want to scan this in later. So you see the dragon just blasting out of there. Just set that over there. He comes with a comic book. That is really bare looking on the back. The one with 4 figures. And it shows Blood of the Dragon. I thought they would have showed Ninjor as regular Ninjor first. Let me take a look. Maybe they do. Oh yeah, there's Ninjor there. Before he gets transmutated. He's fighting one of the Ninja Turtles. Have it your way, pal. Ninjor, stop. King hisses. Using you. Don't, brother. Evil ninjas always gotta do things the hard way. Which is funny. He's fighting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is gotta be like the coolest thing to have Ninjor fighting ninjas. So, anyway. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip the rest of that. And let's take a look at the figure himself. So, here's the figure. Looks like he has some translucency to it. That's cool. He has this extra piece here to give him a little extra longer neck if you want to. He has the Ninjor sword. And then he has his wings of power. Where are my scissors of power? There we go. There we go. Let's see, do I have a light in here? Somewhere I gotta have a light. I got one of these. Let's go and turn it on. And you can see, sure enough, he is translucent as you get the light through there. It's kind of hard to see. Change light. There we go. You can see it now. It's the right color. But it's both his arms and his legs, but not his chest. I wish they were going to go with like a translucent. They would have done the whole entire figure. Even the chest, too, would have been way cooler. Alright, he has some strange collar on his neck. That looks like it's removable. There's spikes on the back. He has a spot in the back for his wings. And let's talk about articulation. He has ankle articulation, boot cut, single jointed knee. He has hip movement, waist movement. His shoulders move. His elbows move. His wrist goes back and forth on this hand and back and forth on this hand. He does not come with extra hands. And then he has articulated jaw. Rah! Rah! It's almost like an alligator. Alligator. Anyway, so I'm going to take that neck thing off just for a minute to see how the farthest... I guess it goes right there. I can't tell. Take that off. Stick the head back on. Yeah, his head does not go all the way down. It just has a slight pitch up when you are not using the extra neck piece. So there you go. All right, let's go and throw the wings on. This one goes here. Here. This one goes here, I just realized something. I'll show you in a minute what I just stumbled upon. And let's put the neck thing back on. I guess that's to control him, I'm guessing. Let's add the extra neck piece while we're at it. Yeah, you gotta have that. Without the neck piece, oh yeah, it looks way cooler. Hence why I didn't buy the Dragon 2 from the Four Horsemen, because you had to have the extra neck piece with the Four Horsemen one too. And without that extra neck piece, it looks really weird. But with it, that looks pretty cool. Makes me almost wonder if I should have kept the extra neck on here before I chopped it off. I did, like I said, I did have it longer originally, and then I chopped it to match the original aesthetic head. But having an extra long neck does work cool. Now I know why this is on there. It's to... Nope, I guess not. I was going to say this doesn't ruin the aesthetic, but... There we go. Okay, let me show you the cool thing I just think I discovered. Stand, man, stand. Is I was looking at my Whirling Blade Hordak, and I've tried to find ways to store his extra weapons on his body, so when I put him in the box, he's all together now. And so, like, I did store his hand in his chest, as you can see, but the extra whirling weapons, it's hard to find a place for them. I noticed this piece right here. It's got this. Let's see if this armor is the same. It is not. Never mind. It's a different size pin. I was hoping they were the same size pin because you could figure out some way to just mount these on the back. That would have been really cool. But... and give him some special armor of some sort that goes on there. But never mind. So, he does not come with fire. Hugga! Fire! Hugga! Flame! Let's see if my flame piece that I have fits on his mouth. It fits okay, but not spectacular. Doesn't fit at all. And I'm not going to use his head like I planned to as a replacement. For one, it is the wrong aesthetic with the big old eyebrows and just that that influence of Asian look. It does not match the aesthetic of this dragon at all. So, but it is cool though. I do like this dragon figure. I have another one on the way. I meant to get one, and I thought I already had it ordered, and I did. It was on the way here in the mail, and then I thought, well, if I had it ordered, I'd have it already. And I realized I was just being impatient. So I have another one on the way. Should be here in a few days. So unfortunately, I have two of them coming. But there you go. There is the Ninjor Dragon. He is cool. You know what's kind of fun is now that we have this, you could give Ninjor an extra power. He comes in regular, he's that evil-looking human guy, and then all of a sudden you could transform into this, kind of like Jake Long, I forget what it's called, something dragon. And in there, he could transform into a dragon. You could do the same thing with Ninjor. That could be kind of cool. I mean, why not? Why not have more transforming characters? I mean, obviously, He-Man and She-Ra transform, King Hiss transforms. This guy can transform into all kinds of tech stuff. So why not have Ninjor be able to transform into a purple clearest dragon? Actually, what would he look like with a black body? Do I have parts around here somewhere? Okay. Hold up. Let me pause this video while I go grab some parts and let's have some fun. Oh, well, bad news. I cannot find that figure anywhere. I had a black Anti-Eternia He-Man figure just waiting to be used for customizing. And I was thinking, how cool would that be to use, this is the classics version, to use this figure like this and change out all his parts to solid black. That'd have been really cool. But now I cannot find where I misplaced that figure. Still in the package, sitting somewhere in this room or my other room. Gone. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's at. Of course, we do have the Mighty Spectre. Dun 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 dun. I don't know, I'm digressing, huh? It is funny, though. I'm just going to set this aside for a second. Is we had 6 figures that came out that were all specially made by different people. And we had, of course, Draego-Man was one of them. And I believe the Mighty Spectre was one of the other ones. And people gave so much flack for this figure. He looks like Deadpool. And with the symbol on his chest, it was just ridiculous. But I gotta admit, I did make my own symbol to go over it. It looks way better. It's a Grayskull symbol. And then if you put on the armor from Hero, it doesn't look that bad either. It's kind of cool. But it's just, why was the ace on there, or the spade on there? It just looked lame. Anyway, I'm sorry I digress. The box is open, and I was looking at all those figures, and it's like, I should pull them out and just do a quick chit-chat talk. It's funny, they look like buttons, but it's actually more of those Grayskull pieces. And then he too is supposed to come with a power whip here, so I made my own. And pull this off, and there is his power whip. Whoosh. And what we got was just a power blast right here. Like a little, I don't know, it's supposed to be like a laser blade or whatever. But anyway, and the idea is he uses these power crystals in his leg right here to power his gun, his gauntlet, and his time traveling device. So you can see he's got the little green things in the back here, in the back of his gun. And it's kind of a clever design. There's not a lot to it. And again, Scott Knightlick drew when he was a kid. It's just, if he would have just not had the spade on there, I think it would have gone and sold a whole lot better. It's just that spade just kind of threw everybody off. But luckily, he made it in such a way that we could add our own pieces on there, and just look how cool that looks with the Grayskull piece on there. I made it so it could be removed easily. It's not even glued in there, and you can see the spade still underneath there, so it doesn't destroy. But I have extra armor now. I could have actually painted the bottom and glued it in. I might pull it off, paint it, and do that. Anyway, let's get back to the figure we were talking about before I got disrupted. Draego-Man. So if you were to take and put all black pieces on, it would be kind of cool. If you take a look at the elbow here, it is red all the way up to the elbow. So you'd easily swap out these pieces here with black pieces, but you won't have all the coolness of the roughness on there. But anyway, oh, this knee's ready to break. There we go. This one works really good. But I think Ninjor is pretty cool. Let's talk about where you can pull apart. You can yank them apart here. And you can take this piece off if you want them to have completely black. If you decide to swap out those pieces to black, that could be cool. Now, the boots, unfortunately, you have to find something else. You could leave them red, I suppose. Leave these red, swap these pieces out. So it's just all red and black, like the original Ninjor. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try one more thing. One more thing. Let me put you guys on pause for a minute so you're not stuck watching me run around my room trying to find pieces. And I'll be right back. Oh, his wing fell off. In Classics, I do have a Ninjor. And here he is. And he comes with 2 heads, either masked or unmasked. And I have my regular red and black one here. And then I have my special Ninja human version where he does not have any red. And I think I actually used, I don't know where I stuck that He-Man. Oh, here he is. I think I actually used this He-Man to make the parts, as you can see. Now, not the loincloth, obviously, but the boots and some of the parts I think I used. No, I guess I didn't. Look, the arms are, it's like it's Hordak's arms. I don't know whose arms I used. Anyway, it was a long time ago. And I was just thinking, I wonder if I could just take and do some head swapping. So let's go ahead and see how that looks. Let's pull off this head here. I should have brought in hot water. There we go. And let's steal the dragon head. The head of the dragon! And let's just pop that on there and see how it looks. It doesn't quite completely go on there, but you know what? That's kind of crazy looking. That's actually kind of cool. Oh! Boom, boom, boom. I may steal some parts so that Ninjor can turn into the dragon. Doesn't look as cool without the neck piece, though. You gotta have the neck piece. Mechanic, watch out. You got your work cut out for you now. But I'm sure I could figure out a way to get that to stay on better. Maybe with some O-ring power or something. But that's kind of cool. Now, I could take and swap the armor out, too, and give him the wings, but I think I might forego the wings for now. You know, I'm going to take a look and see what I can do and can't do. Let's take a look. Actually, my light's dying. I left it on while I was looking around the room for stuff. Let me plug this one in. There we go. It's charging. And let's grab our other light. There we go. So let's take a look how easy this armor is to remove. Oh, that was easy. That was easy. Let's see how easy his armor is to remove. Oh no. His armor requires you to break the torso in half or work it all the way up the figure's body. Oh. I hate when they do that with Origins, because now you're stuck trying to work this armor all the way up. I guess it's not too bad. This one's a little wider than the He-Man armor was. Get it past the buttocks. Don't break on me. Don't break. It's a little tight in the torso area. Oh, around the lats. We can make it work, though. We have the technology. Oh. Now let's tuck that head in there. Dun 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 dun. You know what? I think I still have a box Ninjor unopened from Classics. Of course, the body's not Ninjor, though. I forgot I used the... Look at that. That is not bad at all. That is actually pretty cool. It'd make more sense still putting on the evil body with the reds, because he has the evil arms, which are more dragon-like anyway. And if you were to swap out these hands, the red's the same color. Allows to get some hot water and swap these out and give them to this Ninjor. That could be pretty cool. That's it. I know what I'm doing now. I know what I'm doing. I am going to open up my other Ninjor that has not been opened yet. And I am going to get some hot water. And I'm going to put some heat shrink tubing around these connection points on the inside of these hands. Give them to him. It's the same color red. And how often does that happen? This is made to happen. Then swap out the armor. Swap out the head. And I'm going to make a special Ninja Power Classics figure. I'm not going to use the little piece here. I don't need it. And that's going to be really cool. And then I'll have the human one, I'll have the dragon one, and I will have the regular one. Ninja Power. And then he can have his black stealth version, which is this one here. Actually, I pretend, this is really weird, I pretend like in my storyline, this is how Ninjor was supposed to look when he came from Earth. But when he got pulled through the portal, it messed him up and turned him more evil. And that's why he has the evil hands and evil feet like Skeletor. Because it was the portal that transformed him into that evil version. And so that, in my storyline, that's what it is this was the Earthling version. You know, he was still evil. He was still an evil ninja. But he was not as twisted and evil like Skeletor is until he got pulled through Skeletor's portal, which then changed him into the ninja with the evil hands and evil feet. But yes, I am definitely going to go find that Ninjor, open him up, and make the Dragon Classics version. I just can't believe the Reds match. Of course, the Blacks match. That makes sense. Give him the evil hands. This won't fit on there very easily, so that's a no-go. I mean, I could just slice it in the back and just put it on him and have it loose, but that's kind of weird. But he doesn't need that. Oh, it's going to be so cool. All right, I can't build it now in this episode because I don't have all the stuff with me right now in hot water. But I do want you guys to give me your opinion. Do you like that idea of making this fit onto my classics? And let me know what you think of that. And then, of course, the hand swap, too. The hand swap. Doot, doot, doot. And that is all that I have. I might make a video actually showing me do the changes. That'd be fun. Let me know if you want to see that, first of all. You're like, no, we don't need to see the video. We got the gist. No video required. I just can't believe I said, yeah, it's used He-Man's arms. And there you can see right there, it's not He-Man's arms. That is funny. Whose arms were those? I will never know. All right, well, that is all that I have. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. And I got another one coming on the way, like I was saying, so I'll probably keep one in Origins version and make one Classics version. It's just kind of a cool idea. I love the idea of him turning into a dragon. Dragon Power Ninjor. That is so cool. So I can't wait to make my custom. I can't wait. I'm probably going to start digging through my room that's half clean right now to find all the pieces to make that. Make it happen, Captain. Especially the creepy hands on top of it. That's going to be so cool. So cool! All right. Until next time, you guys. Good journey. Good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.